Hello my friends, Green Energy here, and welcome back for more Dark Souls Remastered. Where we left off, we had taken care of the Sanctuary Guardian, and we had conquered most of the Royal Wood to get our shortcut to Artorias. Off camera, I did take a few tries at Artorias to see how well I could do before we started recording, and I have died a lot. I lost the 6,000 souls that we had, but I also realized we actually skipped two bosses that we should go back and do before we finish the DLC. The first one is, well, I guess both are technically in Anor Londo. One, we have to take a painted picture. We have to, like, take that portal into the area for that boss. But in order to get the one that's in Anor Londo, we first need to go collect a ring that is deep in the Catacombs. Which is why I have teleported here. Since we're going into the Catacombs, we again need to use our Divine Club, or any Divine Weapon. That's just the weapon I end up using. Otherwise, the Skellies are going to be a bigger challenge than they need to be. So we are going to sprint through some of it, just because we have done this area already. Some of the area of the Catacombs that we have done previously, or have not done, I will probably take my time to go through, just so you guys can see it. I think I remember how to get to the ring. That area is actually the township that we're going to after Artorias. We can't get to that in this current timeline, I guess you would say. But in the past timeline during the DLC, that's the township we're going to. We'll just let that Skelly kill itself. And let this one kick our butts. And I am going to rest at this bonfire down here just so we have a checkpoint, so we don't have to sprint all the way from Firelink again. So we'll come down. We'll rest real quick. Then we'll keep moving forward. I'm going to sprint through to that bridge right there. And then once we get to the bridge, we can actually... oh, maybe not. That's alright. It's good we grabbed that bonfire. I made a misclick. I rolled when I shouldn't have, and I rolled off the side there. Since we're only about 10 seconds behind where we were, I'm not worried about cutting anything here. As I was saying, when we get to that bridge, we're going to roll off the bridge just on the side of it, and that will take us down exactly where we need to go. That will also keep all of these guys from chasing us down there. And I got 15 Estus to keep me happy. So I'm feeling good about it. No thanks. And then right when you get to these guys, make sure that you can stop them. But we're going to roll right onto here. If they follow us, which this guy did, we're going to take care of them. Here is where we're going to start taking it slow, because I don't remember quite everything, the exact path to get to where we need to go. Now we need to turn this bridge on its side so that we can get over to that fog wall. And I believe we can find that up here. Yep. So push this in. You can see the bridge over there. It's going to turn for us so we can get to the fog wall. Watch out for these statues. They can still shove those spikes at you. If you don't remember what I'm talking about, you'll have to go back to the episode where we explored the catacombs on our way down the first time. We're still going to take it slow. Even though it does look familiar, we have not been in this exact spiral staircase before. We have been in one that looks very similar to it. And from here, let's check out this area real quick. The ring is actually the other way. Wanted to see if there's anything worthwhile over here. Aside from some skellies that are gonna kick our butts. Get the skulls to blow up so we don't have to worry about them. Blow up. There we go. We'll keep moving forward. Are those the only skeletons over here? Looks like it. Not sure if there's going to be anything in these pots. But I wanted to come check this out real quick. What's in here? Trying to be cautious. I don't think I've been in here before. It is quiet. Too quiet. Got a broken wall. Soul item. Not sure what's down there. Or if I want to drop down there, because we need to backtrack a little bit to get to where we need to go. Since there's a ladder right here, we may go take a look. We're going to do it the smart way and take the ladder down. We're not going to jump down. Let's take a look. That 4-0 break on us. I think this might have been an area that we could have accessed from the bonfire right before Pinwheel, which we could have warped to, so I guess that is another entrance to go this way. Which way did we come from? I think we came from that way. Titanite demon right here. I don't want to mess with. We can grab this item. We'll look up what that is. As long as we don't die. Let's get out of here. Get some heals. We'll get outside. Then we'll take a look. Alright, I think it was called the Eye of Death. Lure phantoms from other worlds. Not an item I've used. I apparently had to from before. But I guess you can bring phantoms in to get souls and humanity if you wanted. We're not going to do that. Instead, we're back to this staircase room that we came in. We're going to roll through this wall. Hello. Take out that one. We might not be able to get the one up top. Stop it. Get that one. And now we can head up this way. I believe our ring is just down this hallway. We are going to have a giant skeleton ambush us. At this point, we're not super weak. And that's the ring we needed. So now that we have that, we can return to the last bonfire that we rested at. And from here, we can warp to... what was it called again? Dark Moon Tomb, I believe. Which is why the Dark Moon Seance ring makes sense. And we'll take on the first of the bosses that I skipped by accident. Dark Sun Gwyndolin, who is related to Lord Gwyn that we're fighting at the end of the game, and the big princess that was at the top of Anor Londo. So we have to put this ring on. Where was it? Right here. Put that on, and it will take this little wall down. We should see if I can get a summon to help us out. It's not completely necessary for this fight. I find this fight to be a little difficult. I know a lot of people don't. They're apparently better at it than I am. We'll go human. We might get a summon. Apparently not. We are going to take that back off. And we'll try our falchion first. And we're going to...
This is the tomb of the great Lord Gwyn. Tarnished it shall not be by the feet of men. If thou art a true disciple of the Dark Sun, cast aside thine eye. Hear the voice of myself, Gwyndolin, and kneel before me.
So at this point you can kneel.
O disciple of the Dark Sun, thou hast journeyed far. Hear my voice. If thou shalt swear by the covenant to become a shadow of Father Gwyn and Sister Guinevere, a blade that shall hunt the foes of our lords, then I shall protect thee, safeguarding thy person with the power of the Dark Moon.
We're going to say no.
We shall not need speech. Exit here and follow thine own design.
And the reason we're not doing so is because we're about to fight them, and then we can't enter the covenant afterwards anyways. It should be noted, if you remember the first bonfire that we activated when we came into Anor Londo, which was a shrine bonfire. It had that golden knight lady up there. Once you start to fight Gwyndolin, she becomes hostile and you can't use that bonfire anymore. Of the 3 shrine bonfires, I recommend trying to keep Firelink. Don't do what I did for this this Let's Play. But since we have the Daughter of Chaos bonfire, I will keep that one, and we'll lose this one. We'll traverse through.
What foolishness! Why trespasseth upon the great Lord's tomb, whilst thou art a disciple of the Dark Sun? Mark the words of myself, Gwyndolin. Thou shalt not go unpunished.
And so he provides kind of an illusioned hallway that's completely endless. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get all the way up to him. But doing so, you need to dodge through all of his sorceries and a bow and arrow that he's going to shoot right here. Bow and arrow is easy to strafe through. Once you get up to him, get as many hits as you can before he does it again. This one's probably the toughest one to dodge, and it's the one that kicks your butt if you get hit by it, as is that one. I apparently need to just hide behind pillars for those ones, at least for a majority of them. I do want to see how our hander does. We might only be able to get a hit or 2 off on him, because he moves pretty quick. We're going to skip through the cutscene. Seen it once. He teleports before we can get to him. Not worried about our souls, but we can get there. You see he rises up like that? That means he's about to use his bow and arrow. And that move is definitely the best for sprinting up to him. That does a number on him. So we're going to stick with this. That one's not too terribly tough to dodge, but if it hits you, you can have a rough day. One or 2 more charges ought to do it. For these guys, we'll hide in the pillar. Dodge around that. Alright, another one. Once you get too close, if you haven't already taken your hits at him, you could charge away.
eternal curse upon thee.
And that will get rid of our illusion. The other way you could access this without that ring is to kill the princess upstairs, but I didn't want to do it that way. I felt like this way was the better way. But the reason I wanted to come back and do these bosses is to get some souls, get ourselves up another couple levels. And we can come back. I believe there's a chest on each side and then one in the middle. We can get the armor set of the gal at the beginning of Anor Londo. A miracle that we can't use. And an empty chest. Trollololol. But that's the first of our two bosses. I would consider it the harder of the two bosses we're coming back to find. This next one has a very unique mechanic, but she's very easy to kill. So that does trivialize the boss a tiny bit. Now we can come back here. Let's heal up, or level up real quick. Let's bring our vitality up. I actually want to make a quick trip back to the bonfire with the brass armored lady at the beginning, just to show you that she gets hostile. We'll see if we can defeat her. If we can't, we're not losing many souls for it. And then from there, we're going back into that church right there. So we're coming back to this area. Instead of going into the palace, or into the castle, we're going to go back this way. We'll have to wait for the lift to come back down so we can go back up. Luckily we have that bonfire just before the fight we just did. So we don't necessarily need this bonfire unless you can kill the Quelaag spider lady in the Daughter of Chaos bonfire and get a Firekeeper soul, which is what I was planning on doing. But since I lost the Firelink Shrine and I just lost this bonfire, that's the one we're going to keep for this playthrough. We can regain Firelink Shrine back by killing the knight that killed our Firekeeper, but I'm not sure where he's at. But now she's hostile. As long as I don't get too greedy, I think we can handle her. If I remember correctly, I think if we hit her when she's doing that animation right there, it'll count as a parry for her. So be mindful.
How? This man is a threat. Master Gwyndolin.
Once you kill her, we get a Firekeeper soul, which is pretty neat. But then that bonfire fades away. Can't use it anymore, because she was the Firekeeper. Wait for the lift to come back. I think I'll save the Firekeeper soul for when we go back to the DLC. I'll run to the Daughter of Chaos bonfire and deposit it. But I want to go make sure we can access our side area up here. Side area is not a DLC, but it's very much in the realm of one, that it's an optional area you don't have to do. I am going to switch back to my falchion, because a lot of the enemies that we're about to face aren't super difficult, but they all move very quick, so I want to have a quick sword. let's go ahead and take on all these guys. We could very well just sprint through it, but I don't want the chance of getting backstabbed. Come on, my friend. If you're looking to get throwing knives, this is a good place to farm that too, because a lot of these guys will drop them. Oh, not so good. There we go. Let's actually make sure that we can even get in there. I think I'll be okay. So if you come up to the picture, and I'll let you examine it, contraption does not move, so I'm missing something. Between episodes, I will look it up and make sure that I know what I'm missing, because I'm missing something apparently. But let's run back to our bonfire. I would use a homeward bone, but I want to save those in case we need them somewhere else. Let's push this down. Let's go deposit our Firekeeper soul. And then between episodes, I will figure out how to access the painting. And in our next episode, we will enter into that area, take care of the boss, get some extra souls for another level, and then we will head back to the DLC. So let's go to the Daughter of Chaos. So if we can attack her, and if you kill her, then this bonfire does go away. You lose this Shron bonfire, and then he becomes hostile, and you get a Firekeeper soul. But since I have messed up the Firelink Shrine bonfire, we're not going to do that. And from there, we'll head back to this tomb. Yes, please. And then we're only about a minute short, but in our next episode, between episodes, I'll figure out how to access the world. But without further ado, we'll wrap it up right here. So if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you leave a like, comment what you enjoyed in the comments, and if you want to see more content, please subscribe. Otherwise, keep being good people, and spread positive vibes. Take care.